All right, good morning, everyone. We'll begin the City Parkway 5 Inc. Board meeting. And we'll start off with a call to order and roll call. Madam Clerk?
Director Jansen?
Present.
Director Aimling?
Present.
Director Ford?
Present.
Member Smith?
Present.
Thank you. You have a quorum.
All right, great. Moving on to item 2, announcement regarding compliance with open meeting law. Madam Clerk?
We are in compliance. Thank you.
All right, that moves on to item 3, public comment. Comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. If you wish to be heard, come forward and give your name for the record. The amount of discussion, as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed, may be limited. Looking out, seeing no one, we will close public comment. Moving on to item 4, for possible action to approve the final minutes by reference of the regular meeting of January 24th, 2023.
Move to approve.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 That motion carries. Move on to item 5, discussion for possible action regarding the selection of officers to the City Parkway 5 Inc. Board. Do we have a staff report on this item?
Good morning. Tracy Reich, Redevelopment Manager for the record. Staff is proposing a slate of officers today, including Mike Jansen as President, Gary Amling as Secretary and Treasurer, Steve Ford as Vice President and CFO, and Ryan Smith as Vice President and COO.
Thank you, Tracy. Questions or comments from the board?
Move to approve the slate of officers as proposed.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 That motion carries. Move on to item 6, discussion of possible action regarding the ratification of exercising the options to renew the term of an operating agreement with the redevelopment agency dated April 20th, 2011 through and until April 20th, 2026. Staff report on this item?
Good morning. Tracy Reich, Redevelopment Manager for the record. Our operating agreement allows for the exercising of renewal options to put our operating agreement between the redevelopment agency and CP5, and we are asking the board to exercise those options today to extend through to April 20th of 2026.
Thank you, Tracy. Questions or comments from the board?
Mr. Chair, a question for the staff. Regarding the sale of the property to Jackson Shaw, I don't think that's yet in the fund balance that's shown here. Is that correct?
No,
Dimitri Delacca, City Attorney, Deputy City Attorney, that's actually not what's on the agenda item. This is a renewal of the operating agreement between the RDA and City Parkway 5 itself.
One item ahead.
One item ahead.
I apologize.
Any other comments or questions from the board? Take a motion on item 6.
Move to approve item 6.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
That passes. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, item 7, discussion for possible action regarding the fiscal year 2024-2025 operating budget. Is there a staff report on this item?
Good morning. Tracy Reich, Redevelopment Manager for the record. Today we have proposed a budget for you. If you notice in the revenue sections, there's a gain on disposal of asset of $1 million. This is a placeholder amount for the sale of Jackson Shaw. We were unsure of the sale at the point in time when the budget was created and put a placeholder in until that point in time when we could add that to the budget. If you have any other questions, I'm happy to answer.
Thank you, Tracy. Any other questions from the board?
I see that parcel E is on the agenda later on. Is there anticipation that parcel E might sell and receive profits from that during this period?
At the time our budget analyst put together this budget, we were unsure of the timing of the sale of that, but yes, it will be realized also in fiscal year 25.
Okay. Any other questions from the board?
Move to approve the budget for fiscal year 25.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 All right. That motion passes. We'll move on to our consent agenda. Matters listed on the consent agenda are considered to be routine and have been recommended for approval by the submitting departments. All items on the consent agenda may be approved in a single motion. However, If an officer so requests, any item may be moved to the discussion portion of the agenda, and other action, including postponement or denial of the item, may take place. With that, is there any requests from the board? All right, we'll keep all the items on the consent agenda as is. So for item 8, so we don't take them all in one? We can do
Move
one
to
at a
approve
time?
the consent agenda as proposed.
Okay. All right, so there's a motion on the floor to move the consent agenda as proposed. That's items 8, 9, and 10. Take a motion, and
Just 8 and 9.
just 8 and 9.
Aye.
Aye?
Aye.
That motion passes. Item 10, citizens' participation. Public comment during the portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the board. No subject may be acted upon by the board unless that subject is on the agenda and is scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, come forward and give your name for the record. The amount of discussion on any single subject, as well as amount of time any single speaker is allowed, may be limited. Looking out, seeing no one, we'll close citizens' participation. In item 11, adjournment, we will end this meeting.